Ho, 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 ho! And welcome to my grotto, one and all. Now, today, we have some very special guests that I hope you shall enjoy meeting. And here they are now, the games industry.
Hello, Santa.
Welcome, 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 and Merry Christmas. Now, I understand you're all here today to find out whether you've been naughty or nice.
Yes, Santa.
How wonderful. Now, who wants to come sit with me first?
Hello, Santa.
Come. Sit with me, Ubisoft. Now, let me see. Have you been a good boy this year?
Oh, oui.
Everyone really likes my new game, Assassin's Creed, because instead of rushing it out, I have spent the time to really make sure it's really good and that people will like it.
Yes. Now, that does sound quite good, but isn't that the sort of thing you should be doing anyway?
Maybe. But I didn't market any games with any features they didn't have, and I made sure to support Rainbow Six Siege and Ghost Recon so that they didn't just die and they weren't just rubbish games, so, you know. Well, people also really liked South Park.
You know what? I think you have been a good boy this year.
Oui.
Here.
Oh, but Santa, what is inside?
Why, my dear boy, it's a good fiscal year.
Oh, oui.
Ho! Who's next then?
Me.
Yes. I thought you might want to get this over and done with. Now, have you been a good boy this year?
Yes, we has.
Oh, Activision, don't you lie to me.
We really has. We brought the Call of Duty back to the Second World War. Everybody's been telling us that's what they wanted, so that's what we did. But the launch was full of boxes. We worked really hard on Destiny 2. It didn't have all the same features as the first one. We even made StarCraft 2 free to play. Best company ever. Don't lie to him, Activision. It's wrong. Shut up, Blizzard. You're not in control, sis. And the microtransactions. Not my precious. We needs my precious. But we put them in a remastered game. People pays for them, so they likes them. No, everybody tells us it was bad. Well, you puts the precious in Overwatch. Blizzard is not evil like yous. Blizzard is good. No, Blizzard likes money. Blizzard is just likes us. No!
Activision! I am an all-powerful, all-knowing entity whose malevolence knows no bounds when unconstrained by the magic of Christmas. I can see into your soul. I know all of your plans. But that's no trick, is it? The whole world can see your plans. Now then, what's this I read about a patent?
Well, it's just...
Trying to make your players believe that they need to spend money in order to get good at your games, are you? Now, that doesn't sound terribly nice to me now, does it?
Quiet, sis! Us is a good company!
Now lie to me again, and I shall feed you to my reindeer.
What's this? Reindeer? It is us.
You think they only ate carrots? No, my addle-minded boy. Have you any idea how much strength is required to fly through the air pulling a fat man in a sleigh? No, they eat meat! And they're the most fantastically violent creatures I have ever laid eyes on. Why, Rudolph's nose, it wasn't always red. No, it's been stained by the blood of his prey. Ho, ho, ho. what a fun story that was. Now, here's your present, young man.
But you gave our presents to Ubisoft!
Yes, I gave it to a competitor. This is to encourage you to spend more money fixing your games. Sort of like how your patent works now, isn't it? Now, leave before I destroy you!
Blizzard! Blizzard! Blizzard!
Who's next? Ah, Nintendo! You're always a good boy, aren't you?
Hey, it's me, Nintendo.
Ah, okay. Now then, what a wonderful year it's been for you.
Yeehaw!
Let me just see, have you done anything naughty at all?
Oh, mamma mia.
A little bit of mobile development. Yes, that is a little bit naughty, but not to worry. No. Overall, it's been a very good year. Now, what are you hoping that Santa would bring you today?
Wahoo!
More amiibo sales? I can give you that, but you must promise to make sure that production keeps up with demand.
Wah!
Ah, I do love a good easy one. Oh, it looks like another good boy is coming along. Ah, CD Projekt Red. Let me see, have you been a good boy this year?
Dark.
Working hard on Cyberpunk, eh? Good old games keeping the lights on?
Dark, Shadanya.
Ah, well, I can see there was some fuss about your working conditions. Ah, but I suppose people don't really care about your staff as long as you keep producing good games.
To jest dobra satyra.
Well, I guess I can't really criticize myself. I run an elf sweatshop, don't you know? Now, here you are.
Co to jest?
Why, it's the hopes and trusts of all the entire games industry. Don't break it now. Now, who's next?
Hi, Santa.
Oh, hello, little boy. Now, let me have a look at my list to see if you've been naughty or nice this year.
Okay, Santa.
Oh my. Oh my, is this true?
What's that, Santa?
Why, it says here that you've released Skyrim again. Twice! But didn't you do that last year as well?
Yes, Santa. But now you can experience all the game-breaking bugs on a portable platform or in virtual reality. Isn't that great?
Ho 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 ho! Well, that is a little bit naughty, don't you think?
Yeah, I suppose so. But we did release a lot of good single-player games to make up for it this year.
Oh, I suppose that is true, isn't it? Ah, yes. Wolfenstein 2, Prey 2, an expansion to Dishonored. You've been picking up Activision slack, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Very well. Here you go.
But this looks like the present from last year.
Ho 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 ho! Now, who's next? Oh, it's you.
Listen, I know it's been a bit of a rough year.
Now listen here, you little shit! I don't want to hear it. If you try any of your bullshit in here, why, I shall ram my boot so far down your throat, you'll be shitting tinsel! Oh, EA, what have you been up to this year?
Oh, well...
Oh my goodness! You've shut down another game studio! How could you do that to Visceral Games? I I suspect it was your own meddling that resulted in their drop in game quality. What did they do to deserve being shut down?
Well, it's just we asked them to make a Star Wars game.
Star Wars? Do you really want to bring fucking Star Wars into this?
We tried to...
Exactly what? Exactly what did you try and do? And did Disney know about this?
Well, of course they did. They sign off on everything.
Yes. Yes, I suspect they did, didn't they? Just you remember that. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I mean, with Star Wars, we just tried to make the multiplayer experience more rewarding by offering players different ways of purchasing and upgrading the...
Oh my god!
Do you think I got this fat just from eating mince pies? No, lad, I don't gain any weight from objects on the corporeal plane. No, I only got this fat from consuming the souls of the dead. And should you continue to lie to me, I will subject you to an eternity of pain and horror while your mortal coil is devoured by my eldritch power. I see into your soul, and I see that is the color of money. Your greed consumes you, and I will consume you. A constant binge of brandy and mince pies is the only thing I can do to mute the all-present need to devour the flesh of the living. Remember this and speak wisely.
We just wanted money.
Ah, yes. The truth liberates us all. Well, now, as I think you've been honest, I do have something for you. Here is your present, my boy.
But the way that you were talking, I didn't know. How can I open it? I can't open it.
It's been sealed by magic, dear boy. Now, look here. You see this slot in the top? The gift will only open when you put enough coins into this slot.
What's in the present?
Well, now, that's a complete surprise, my boy.
That's not a present at all.
Ah, but the sense of accomplishment you'll feel when you finally put enough coins in to open it. Why, that's the greatest present of all. Now, I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. But remember, I see you when you're sleeping, and I know when you're awake. I know if you've been good or bad, so be good, for goodness sake. Merry Christmas!